As you can see, Max is a very playful bobcat and doesn't stay still for long. He's also the youngest resident of Big Cat Rescue and only arrived at the sanctuary in May of 2011. We first heard about Max in a situation in November 2010. His owner had purchased him from a backyard breeder and had taken the 8-week-old kitten into a veterinary clinic in Rhode Island to receive rabies shots and other routine care. The veterinarian reported Max's owner because Rhode Island law prohibits the possession of native wildlife such as bobcats, which then started a lengthy legal battle between Max's owner and the Rhode Island Division of Fish and Wildlife. In the meantime, temporary custody was awarded to the state, and Max was placed in quarantine at the vet's home, where he had a small outdoor pen and access to a bedroom through the window. During the proceedings, the Rhode Island Division of Fish and Wildlife found Big Cat Rescue online and contacted us to see if we could provide Max a home if they were to win custody of the bobcat. Thankfully, 6 months later, they did win custody of Max. Preparations had begun for his arrival at the sanctuary. We prepped a quarantine cage for him with platforms and other fun stuff to explore and keep him occupied. The toughest part was finding an airline that could help us transport Max from Rhode Island to Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. We called numerous airlines that unfortunately couldn't help us out. Obviously, they had a lot of restrictions and guidelines to follow when it comes to transporting a bobcat in the cabin section of the plane with other passengers. But when we called Southwest Airlines, they checked with their superiors and decided to donate 3 seats on a flight to Tampa, so I could fly back in the cabin section with Max and be able to check on him throughout the flight. Security in Rhode Island was another headache for us. It took around 2 hours to get the green light. Airport security wanted to remove Max from the carrier, which obviously would have been a bad idea, because he may look cute and cuddly, but that doesn't change the fact that he's a wild animal, just like all of the other bobcats at Big Cat Rescue. So myself and Max were locked in a secure room with a viewing window, where officers watched me remove the bedding and toys from the carrier. Then they could inspect the carrier to make sure that there was nothing inside that could be a threat to security. The actual flight was great. The staff and other passengers were all happy to have Max on board, and he was an awesome traveler. Personnel helped us get Max to the arrivals area, where we were greeted by the media who had come to see Big Cat Rescue's new addition. Then they helped us get back to the BCR van. We got back to the sanctuary at around 8:30 p.m. after a 14-hour day. We released Max into the quarantine enclosure by flashlight. Of course, he was off exploring straight away, and the next day, he was running around being goofy and getting used to the new climate, but didn't spend much time relaxing at all. We soon realized that the more stimulation we could provide to Max in captivity, the better. So after his quarantine time was up, we relocated him to an enclosure in the center of the sanctuary, on the tour path, next to the beach and lake area, and complete with 2 pools. We added more platforms for him to explore and even a cat version of a hamster wheel, which was donated to us in hopes that he could burn some energy off on it. But nobody's seen him use it yet. Although, knowing Max, he could be doing his cardio at midnight when he has less distractions. We took the opportunity to weigh him during the move, and he weighed 22 pounds. But now he's definitely over 30 pounds and still growing. He's going to be a very big boy. It's safe to say that he's become a favorite for many volunteers and tour guests. He's always full of energy. The first day in his enclosure, he discovered what it's like to swim, and he's often seen in his pool. He loves to watch the nearby ducks, charge the camera guy, attack sticks, and just have a good time exploring every inch of his enclosure. As always, it's a shame that the actions of backyard breeders who sell wild animals as so-called pets condemn them to a life of captivity or much worse. Fortunately for Max, he has a permanent home at Big Cat Rescue where we know he'll be happy and healthy. Of course, we'd like to thank our supporters who make all of our work possible. If you'd like to donate to help support our mission and the over 100 residents who call Big Cat Rescue home, please visit our donations page. To learn more about Big Cat Rescue and keep up to date with what's happening at the sanctuary, please visit our website, bigcatrescue.org. Thank you for your support.